And so the saying goes, if you do the crime, you do the time. But nothing could prepare you for what lies inside 1997's Prison of Secrets. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
Yes, and please consider joining my Patreon where you can watch exclusive content. It's only $3 a month, but if you don't want to pay, there's one you can watch there for free. So sign up, the link's in the description, thanks. Anyway, on with the film. This is Lynn Schaefer and she's the main character.
Hi.
She develops oceanside condominiums for her boss Michael, but more on that later. Today, Lynn's taking her daughter Kerry to the shops while listening to her husband Larry's radio show. But hang on, what's this?
Hey, that's a handicap spot.
Yeah, so why don't you just mind your own business? I'm only going to be 3 minutes and I'm late.
So we've already got an idea of the sort of person Lynn is.
Yep.
I don't know what it's like where you live, but at my local supermarket, where it's really difficult to find a parking space, there are always loads of handicap spots empty. I honestly believe that there are more disabled parking bays in that car park than there are disabled people in England. It's a joke. Normally, I just park in the parent and child bays, because that's not illegal, it's merely frowned upon.
Okay.
Anyway, back to the film. When Lynn comes out, that guy's being given a parking ticket.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, fuck off, Lynn.
I'll tell her you said that.
Good.
Back at home, Larry, who for some reason agreed to marry and breed with Lynn, is cooking breakfast for Carey before going upstairs to the bedroom to do this.
Gross.
Lynn then tells Larry how she's made an extra $20,000 at work. How? Well, she's decided to set up her own company on the side and hire contractors directly, paying herself from company funds.
Are you guys gonna help me, or do I have to do all the cooking myself?
Do all the cooking yourself.
You little whore.
Oh, there's someone at the door, and it's the police.
Yes?
We have a warrant for your arrest.
Is this some sort of joke?
No.
Lynn is taken to the police station in handcuffs, where she finds out she's been charged with 2 counts of racketeering.
I saved Michael money.
But honey, he didn't know about
Any
it.
money you save for him while in his employ is rightfully his.
Lynn has been offered a plea bargain. If she takes it, she'll have to pay back the $20,000 as well as a $500 fine and plead guilty.
To what? I didn't do anything wrong.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Lynn seems to be having trouble understanding this, so she intends to fight it.
Lynn, you have to take this deal.
I'm innocent.
You're not, though, are you, Lynn?
No.
I can't believe a jury would convict me.
10 years in prison.
No!
10 years?
Can't! No!
So Lynn's off to the Lauria Women's Correctional Facility. At this stage, we're supposed to feel sorry for Lynn, but I don't. She's clearly stolen money from her boss and therefore should have taken the deal. Also, she should have kept her mouth shut when that guy parked in a cabbage patch earlier and not been such a smug prick when he got a ticket.
I didn't say anything.
So as far as I'm concerned, Lynn deserves everything she gets. Well, maybe not everything, but more on that later. When Lynn gets to the prison, she's subjected to a full cavity search.
Bend over, please.
He used to give me roses.
Then at lunch, she has her food stolen by this big fat penguin. Back at home, Larry and Kerry are eagerly awaiting Lynn's first phone call, but this woman, Angie, decides it's her turn first. Oh good, Sergeant Krang's coming.
Time's up, ladies.
Sergeant Krang is in charge of the guards. He hates the prisoners and treats them like total dirt. At night, while the big fat penguin loads the laundry truck, he and the other guards wake up some of the more attractive prisoners and take them somewhere. Where? Well, more on that later. The next morning, during gardening duty, Lynn starts asking questions, but Sergeant Krang is always hanging around. And here comes Warden Stewart.
Last time I saw a guy with a shovel, he was trying to dig his way out.
Before the prisoners can go back to the yard, they need to be searched to make sure they're not smuggling garden tools inside.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Really? That night, Sergeant Krang drags Angie out of bed again, but this time Lynn follows. Although we don't see Lynn rubbing one out over Sergeant Krang and Angie, it's certainly implied. The next day is Saturday and the prisoners are allowed visitors. Larry and Kerry have come to see Lynn.
When are you coming home?
Not for 10 years, bye. Before they can go back to the dorm, the prisoners need to be searched again.
Wave to mommy. Wave.
wife! When they leave, Carrie's like, Daddy, what was that man doing to Mommy? And he's like, he was groping her tits.
Okay.
And looks like Sergeant Crane's got a taste for it now, because he starts trying to recreate their special moment in the yard when she comes out of the shower.
Gross.
That night, Lynn starts talking to the girl in the bunk next to her.
How long are you in for? Life.
But better shut up now, Krang is coming. And this time he's taking Lynn's friend Franny.
Oh no.
Lynn tries to intervene, so the next day the guards arrange for her to move bunks, and she'll be bunking with the big fat penguin.
Looks like we're roommates now.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
Meanwhile, the only female guard, Sheila, walks into Krang's office and suspects he's been at it with Angie.
Next time you knock.
Back at home, Carrie is crying, but I don't care, so we'll move on. After what happened last week, this time it's just Larry for visiting day. So Lynn tells him how some of the guards are forcing the inmates to have sex with them. Larry's like, what? And Lynn's like, yeah, I need to help them. And he's like, no, Lynn, your appeal's coming up, so you need to mind your own business and stay out of it. But this is Lynn we're talking about, and minding her own business is not on her agenda. She's tried to write a letter to the warden, but Krang tore it to pieces. And when she tries to make phone calls, he hangs up. He's about to give her a Severus Snape, but Sheila notices and sets off the fire alarm. On the outside, it's Parent-Teacher Day, and Carrie shows Larry some of her artwork.
How does your mom like jail?
Carrie.
That night in prison, Lynn sees the guards bundling prisoners into the laundry truck. She asks Big Fat Penguin what's going on, but she just ignores her. On visit today, Lynn tells Larry that he needs to use his radio show to get the message out about what's been going on in the prison, and he agrees. Lynn will use her computer classes to document all the stuff she's seen. The next week, Larry brings his lawyer friend Brad, who says he'll be able to file a lawsuit against the prison if Lynn can get witness statements.
Go ahead and file a suit.
While Lynn tries in vain to persuade Angie to give a statement, Warden Stewart has been notified of the suit.
What's this all about?
It's just somebody trying to make waves.
And it's not working. None of the prisoners want to help Lynn because they're all scared of Krang. But Krang knows it's Lynn and wants her watched at all times.
A lawsuit don't mean jack unless she's got the proof.
That night, all the prisoners are listening to Larry's phone-in radio show about how female prisoners are treated. But all the callers reckon they deserve it. The next day, the big fat penguin asks an officer for a sanitary napkin.
What?
I said I need a sanitary napkin.
Okay.
The guard just ignores her, so Lynn sticks her nose in, goes behind the desk and starts raiding the cupboards. She gets thrown in lockdown for 24 hours, but when she gets out, all the prisoners love her. The big fat penguin's even given her the mattress back she stole from her earlier. She also tells Lynn about the truck she works on that takes dirty laundry out on a Tuesday night and brings it back clean on Wednesday morning.
It's not the only thing on the truck.
So that night, Lynn sneaks onto it. And yes, every Tuesday night, the guards dress a couple of prisoners up and pimp them out on the street.
Yes, of course. Now things are beginning to make sense.
Lynn notes all of this down on a floppy disk. And next time Carrie comes to visit, she slips the disk into her shoe. Angie's seen something going on and warns her to stop pissing about. But Lynn's like, Angie, you need to give me a statement. Larry's radio show is back on, and this time there's a call from a former inmate.
And did you ever actually see any of the coerced sexual activity?
See it like firsthand.
So are you saying
The hell is going on?
Krang's like, don't worry, it's just a disgruntled inmate's husband causing mischief.
Well, clear it up.
Yeah, so Krang smashes up all the computers and the radio. But things are looking up for Lynn. Not only is the senator getting involved, but Sheila, the female guard, has also turned and gives Lynn access to some secret files. Not sure what's in those files. I can't imagine any of the guards are documenting their sexual harassment of inmates, but for the sake of the plot, the files are really important. When Larry comes to visit on Saturday, he's told that Lynn's visiting privileges have been revoked for causing prison unrest. But having heard about all this, Senator Green is coming to the prison tomorrow to see what's going on. Krang's not worried, though. He plans to put Lynn on lockdown so she can't ruin his fun. Meanwhile, the big fat penguin is collecting all the statements from the inmates and stashing them in with a fire hose. So in the shakedown Sergeant Krang orders in preparation for the senator's visit, he finds nothing. When the senator arrives, she asks to see Lynn, so they take her to Angie, who's posing as Lynn, to tell the senator that the prison's fine and that she made everything up. But Sheila lets Lynn out. She's seen by Krang, who chases her around the prison in a scene that goes on and on and on.
Hold it right there, Schaefer.
Schaefer? Lynn Schaefer?
Yes. Was a mix-up.
Yeah. Right.
So Lynn gives the senator the statements, and she's far from happy with Warden Stewart.
In my office, Krang. Now.
So Lynn's allowed to serve the rest of her sentence at home. Sheila will be taking over from Sergeant Krang. And as Lynn leaves the prison for the last time, the inmates give her a round of applause and are sad to see her go. So everyone's really happy, yeah. And that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. And please consider joining my Patreon. There's a link in the description. Thank you.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again.